Hey guys, today I'm going to review LEGO Set 10218 Pet Shop. It was released in June 2011, has 2,032 pieces, went for $150, and has 4 minifigures. These minifigures are scattered throughout the set since they're not that special, so we're going over that. Now, before going into these main buildings itself, like going into the interior and exterior, there's also the availability of being able to split it open in half. Uses these kind of like Technic pins, and of course they usually have these for the main buildings where you can actually like split these up, which is cool. I think this is the only modular building you've been able to do that where you can actually split it in two. So first is just this kind of apartment, and the other one is a pet store with an apartment above it. So first we'll go over the less interesting of the two builds, this kind of apartment here. You also have this minifigure who has like the kind of coat-ish piece and the purple short legs, which is cool, especially for the time. And of course you can just have it on the bike. Green's a cool color for that. You have like a flower bed here, some of these kind of fence pieces that I'm glad they use. Very simplistic, kind of railing here. This is a mailbox, and inside is actually like a letter, so you can kind of take that out, put it in. You have the main opening door, very smooth with the tiling, and then on the back, I'll just show you that. Just have area to get into the basement. You really can't fit minifigures down there. It's more just for like display, and you have a trash can, back door, of course windows, and you also have a flowery up here. So I might as well show you top to bottom. So you can just open up this roof. Very simplistic piece. Inside is basically nothing. This is basically more of like an apartment being moved into, which can be seen as lazy, but I think it's fine. You can even put your own accessories in here. So you just have two boxes and a really well done stairwell. And of course you have these kind of roof pieces here, which look nice. Kind of look weird from the inside, but I don't mind it too much. You also have like a minifigure up top here. This is the second figure. You can kind of just squeeze them up there on the balcony. You can take this part off as the flower beds. And this is where the painter is, and he's just kind of painting over part of the wall where it's just a tile piece attached to one of these little inverted ones. And you also have the weirdly done stairwell. I think is kind of interesting. You also have down there more of the other stairs, and just that, the painting bucket, and the nicely done windows just look cool from here. So we can put this top part back on, and then I'm going to show you the first level, which actually has some stuff in there. It's already been kind of moved into, but here you go. I also like how they use these ski pieces for the inside. That's kind of nice. You have the main stairs. You have a bathroom. It's kind of small. It's just a toilet, really, but it's good enough. I actually really like the tiling and details in there for such a small part. You have a hat rack, a little flower bed here, and then the couch along with this the table part here. This is the trap door piece. You have to kind of lift up the table, which kind of falls out, and inside is the kind of entrance to the basement. You can't really fit minifigures in there. It's more just for display. You have to insert this piece here, lift it up, and a little ladder there, and you can kind of enter the basement. That's most of the room though. So you also have a little kind of phone. I'm guessing that's kind of like a phone or something. That's mostly the inside. It's mostly just kind of being moved into. It looks kind of interesting. In general, I like a lot of the details on the side here. So overall, great build. Let's get to the better part of the set. So first off, I had to admire how well done this sign is here. They use like weird little insert tiles, and those were really hard to do, so I did take up quite a bit of space. But at the front here, you have the standard kind of lamppost that they have in all these kind of modules. This is the final minifigure. He's just a dude in a green sweater. He also has some dog toys outside, a little ball and little bones here. And a stairway up into his apartment with this little light fixture. I'll show you the inside of that. I'm actually going to start with the pet store, and then we'll make our way up. So you can go in for this glass door. All tiles in here. There's no studs or anything. I think they could have put a couple maybe in here. You have a little dog toy, which is actually like a frog in the green, yellow color, which I think at the time was hard to get. You have these two parrots that you're able to, I mean, you know, you do have stud room, but it's just for the parrots. They're both in the same color, but I don't know if the color's exclusive or not, but it does look kind of cool. It's kind of hard to squeeze them in there. I think I got it, but yeah, there's a little area here for like a cat, and that piece is kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get your fingers in here sometimes, but yeah, you get the idea. Here you go. Here's the cat, interesting piece. I don't know if it's an exclusive part to it, but there you go. You got a cat. You also have a goldfish tank, which is actually make it easier for you to kind of get this out, as it's on one stud. And at the time, this I think was exclusive, so pretty decent build for an aquarium. Obviously, there's an empty backside, but it's more for a display, really. You kind of place that back in there. It can be hard. And also, I almost forgot, you have this little ladder. That ladder part to the apartment, you can move that up. And you have the dog, which is your standard dog mold. I'm not going to show that off too much. There we go. And that's mostly it. You have the counter and a little room for the dog. You can move this ladder back up, and just some little toys in there. The cat's kind of shaking around now. So next I'll show you the other floor. Okay, so for the next 2 floors, as part of the sweatered man's apartment, so you can kind of move this top part off. You have the kind of flower beds and the multiple windows. The stairs lead up here, where there's this black door, and more stairs up the top. Clock, window, table. The chair, which is actually on a stud, not one of those kind of, not really a stud, but one of these like cylinder pieces or whatever. Of course, you have a kitchen area with a coffee machine. I actually really like how they did this. Small, but it's effective, and then a little fireplace is attached to the side. And of course, this fireplace attached to the top, where there's a fireplace part up there, so that's cool. So you can take this next part. This floor here mainly is part of the roof. You can, of course, see the earlier floors. This is just the bed and a lamp, and they actually use a pretty cool building technique. I think it was first at the time. And then you have the bed, which is pretty nice as well. And that's mostly it for up here. It's just a simple railing. And you, of course, have the roof, which I actually like the roof for this part better because it has like a little window up here, a little skylight, and a little part for the chimney. So that's mostly it. You can, of course, maybe attach them the other way. Actually, the back just has a little tub, which I guess could be like a bathtub or something. And then this is maybe another part of the bathtub, and then a little one of these kind of pieces here for the brush. And that's actually about it for all the parts of the set. A lot of cool architecture as well, as you can see. I like how they did this part as well with the windows. Overall, this is a pretty large set, one of the biggest ones I own. Not as big as some other ones, but it's still pretty impressive. I love the architecture of it. And in general, I think this was like one of the first like real big LEGO sets I got. And in general, I do think it's pretty impressive even for 2011. So thank you guys for watching this review, and bye guys.